Huckel rule is used to determine aromaticity of compounds. Now, aromaticity, to decide the aromaticity, we have a criteria. Based on this criteria, the first parameter is the compound, aromatic compound or given compound must have a cyclic cloud of delocalized pi electrons above and below the plane of molecule. Second, the pi cloud must contain a total number of 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n is an integer number. This rule is known as Huckel rule. 4n plus 2 is equal to number of pi electrons, and n should be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, that is any integer number. Now we will understand this by taking some examples. First is benzene. Benzene has 3 pi bonds. So number of pi electrons in this benzene structure are 6. So 4n plus 2 is equal to 6 and n is equal to 1. N is an integer number. Similarly, pi electron cloud is equally distributed on all the carbon atoms present in benzene. So the compound benzene obeys Huckel rule and hence it is aromatic. Second, cycloheptatrine. It contains similar number as above benzene structure. There are also 3 pi bonds, so 6 pi electrons. So value of n will be 1. But in this case, the pi electron cloud is not equally distributed on all the carbon atoms present in the ring. Now the reason is, here this carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. It is not sp2 hybridized. That's why this is not a aromatic structure, but it is non-aromatic structure. Next example, cyclooctatetraene. There are 4 pi bonds, so 8 electrons, n will be 1.5. It is not obeying the Huckel rule. N is not an integer number. That's why this compound is non-aromatic. We are not thinking about the electron cloud. Here the value of n is not an integer number, so straight away it is non-aromatic. Naphthalene. There are 5 pi bonds, so number of pi electrons will be 10. The value of n will be 2. Pi electrons are equally distributed on the naphthalene ring, so it is aromatic structure. Next example. Now, up till now, whatever structures we have discussed, they are all coming under the class called benzenoids. There are certain compounds, certain structures, certain heterocycles which do not have benzene in their structure, but still they are aromatic. Such compounds, such structures are called as non-benzenoids. So one of the example is this pyrrole. Now in this structure, there are 2 pi bonds and a lone pair of electron is shown on nitrogen. This lone pair is parallel to the p orbital, unhybridized p orbital present on the carbons present in this ring. So these 2 lone pair of electrons can become part of the pi electron cloud. So if we say number of pi electrons present in this structure are 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. So in this case, value of n is 1. Similarly, this is the structure of furan. This oxygen has 2 lone pairs of electrons. One is shown as a dot and other one as a cross. Now this suggests that this dotted electrons, they are parallel to the p orbital, unhybridized p orbital present on the neighboring carbon atoms. So this lone pair can become part of the pi electron cloud. But as of these cross they are shown, the next other pair, a lone pair of electron shown on the oxygen, it is perpendicular to the p orbitals present on the neighboring carbon atoms. So this cannot become a part of the pi electron cloud. That's why while counting the pi electrons, we will count 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6, and value of n will be, in this case, 1. Similarly, this is pyridine. Instead of drawing double bond, now we have shown the electrons on each atom present in the ring. So there are 6 pi electrons present in the ring. So value of n will be, in this case, it is 1. As we see, pi electrons are equally distributed on the atoms present in the ring, so it is an aromatic structure. In short, all these structures are aromatic. They are heterocycles, they are non-benzenoids, and they are aromatic. Cyclopropenyl cation. Now in this case, one of the carbon, it possesses positive charge. To stabilize this positive charge on the carbon can be stabilized by resonance stabilization, where the pi electron can migrate from one place to other and charge will migrate from one carbon to other. Now this is how this cyclopropenyl cation can stabilize by resonance, and this resonance structure will show you that these pi electrons, they are not static but they are delocalized. So as far as the Huckel rule is concerned, 4n plus 2 is equal to, in this case, 2. So n is equal to 0, which is an integer number. So cyclopropenyl cation is aromatic. Okay, next structure, cyclopentadienyl anion. Now in this case, there are two double bonds present in this structure, that means 4 pi bonds, and an extra electron is present on the carbon atom. That means this carbon has 2 electrons, so it becomes 6 electrons in the entire structure. So value of n will be 1, and it is an aromatic structure. Similarly, cycloheptatrienyl cation. In this case, the positive charge in this structure, in this carbon, can be stabilized by resonance. That shows the pi bonds present in this heptatrienyl structure, they are not static but they are delocalized. So the pi electron cloud is equally distributed and value of n is 1. So cycloheptatrienyl cation is also aromatic. This is phenanthrene. There are 7 pi bonds, so pi electrons are 14. So 4n plus 2, the value of n will be 3. So it is aromatic. Similarly, this is an anthracene. Value of n is again 3. This is also aromatic. Now in this case, there are 6 pi bonds. Okay, so the value of n will be 2.5. 12 electrons, that will become 2.5. But if we consider this, in this case particularly, the number of pi electrons are equal to 4n, where n is an integer number. So instead of calling this a non-aromatic, such compounds, they are called as anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic are those compounds which contain 4n pi electrons. Okay, such compounds are anti-aromatic. This is cyclobutadiene. In this case, there are 2 double bonds, so 4n is equal to 4, n is equal to 1, an integer number. So it is a anti-aromatic compound. And the third structure, there are 6 pi bonds again. So 4n is equal to 12, n is equal to 3. So this is also anti-aromatic. So this is in short about Huckel rule and how to apply Huckel rule to identify aromatic, non-aromatic and anti-aromatic compounds. Thank you. See you in the next video.